God damn.
Nah, man, I'm just fucking with
Coronavirus.
We got the cameraman over here. You know, he went off on me earlier. I don't know what I did wrong.
Can't be bossing the cameraman around, bro.
With his own camera.
I thought I was helping, to be honest. You know, I mean, he is the Traklist cameraman, you know, but I appreciate you, bro.
Facts.
You know, I'm not even gonna introduce us. Just read the screen. You know, fuck all that shit. That's the beautiful thing about hip hop, man. The hip hop can bring people together or depart people.
Yeah, divide them. Yeah,
divide. You know, but hip hop, the most beautiful part is when we get together and debate music and
Facts.
talk. You know, and talk all the crap that we want. You know, and
So what we getting into today, bro?
Don't ask me all that.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Don't ask me. Look at these records, man, on the table, man.
All classics.
All classics.
Shit, look at Michael Jackson.
The best one there.
Shout out to the King.
Shout out to the King. Hell yeah. We got a Tribe Called Quest.
Shout out to Queens.
And to the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. The
Classic.
Fugees.
Shout out to Jersey.
And Erykah Badu.
And Outkast.
Yeah.
How many New York albums is there?
1,
2.
2?
2.
Yeah, 2.
2.
New York. Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. I was watching something the other day. When did New York started accepting the outsiders?
Oh man, that's easy.
Hey, when you made that face?
That's easy.
Because, you know, like, the media started this thing with East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that later.
Yeah, but that was the main part of it. That's how they lost their hype, really.
Because I remember, man, like, New York didn't really accept outsiders.
Facts.
So when you think that started, like, what was the first?
When they started accepting outsiders?
After 50 Cent. Straight up.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wait. He said New York accepting outsiders.
Yeah.
50 from New York.
I'm just saying, accepting outsiders.
Accepting.
Yeah.
Like,
people who live in New York. So you saying
artists.
Because before that, like, I mean, nobody was making songs with niggas from down south. You see what I'm saying? Even 50, look at his album. Did he have a down south nigga on him?
But that first album, he sounded like he was from the South.
He did. He was using grammar from the South because the South was popping already.
Yeah.
So
once the radio, New York radio lost New York music, that's it. Now New York niggas sound like they from the South.
So when Snoop came out, let's go back to,
I would say before that.
When NWA.
Yeah, I think they accepted them.
You think so?
No, hell no. They got stories to say they're getting booed in New York.
Yeah, but that was the Apollo.
Yeah.
Still what? That's New York.
Yeah, but the Apollo's the Apollo. When you go to the Apollo show performing hip hop, they will boo your ass.
You could be from Harlem, they'll boo you. Like,
I mean, Apollo, you gotta be dope.
But I think no, that's not it. That's just not it.
The only I remember seeing Rakim, Eric B and Rakim performed it. They didn't get booed, but they really didn't like. For what I understand, what I remember, they didn't like hip hop rappers going up there rapping and shit.
Didn't she get booed?
Nah, man.
She didn't get booed at the Apollo?
Lauryn Hill?
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, we gotta check that.
But they didn't like hip hop back then?
Like, not that they didn't like hip hop, but
hold on, what year you talking about though? The 80s?
It's Showtime at the Apollo.
The 80s though?
They didn't like all
the
that.
90s.
They didn't like all that like deep lyrical stuff at the Apollo. They wasn't having it. You came in there trying to rap.
Man, Vanilla Ice performed there. He got love.
Vanilla Ice.
One of MC Hammer, I think it was.
Man, you thinking now?
No, but I think it was one of those guys. MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. They went on there. They got love.
Shit, they booed NWA.
But it's because they were from Cali though. Even Ice Cube said it.
But this is the thing. I think they were the first people that New York accepted because they were that dope, and you couldn't deny them. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
If you talk to or listen to a lot of New York artists, they love NWA. They love them. You know what I'm saying? Later on the line with West Side Connection and all that, then it was an issue. But they loved, you couldn't, I don't care where you was from, you couldn't deny NWA.
Yeah.
You couldn't. So I would say they was one of the first ones that New York accepted.
Late, I think late though, like when they really made those big hits, like,
I think soon
man, NWA had shit. Straight Outta Compton itself, the album was a big hit. The whole album by itself.
They came out, they accepted them.
Snoop,
yeah.
Snoop,
there was no denying.
You know why I say
Snoop too?
Because one summer I went to New York and I just remember 100 miles of running, playing over there like crazy.
They loved them, man.
So that's why I say late. You know what I'm saying? The first album they didn't grasp it like that.
Fuck the the police.
Yeah, they didn't grasp it. Some people did. I can't say the whole New York did it. But, you know, the main New York hip-hop niggas hip-hop, they went like, man, that shit's garbage, son. This is Jerry Curls and all that.
They did say that.
Yeah, they was saying that. You know what I'm saying?
So it was tough. So you're right.
Yo, this art started in New York. Remember, New York always hate copycat biters. They used to call people biters.
Yeah.
So when you hear another rapper from another state or city, son, them niggas biters, son. This is us. You know what I'm saying?
No, they ain't biters. They're whack.
That part.
They're whack.
This is the thing, though. It's what you're saying is true because New York created hip hop, right? Mm-hmm. But I think everything is just regional. That's what I think it is. If you're from the South, you're gonna like South stuff. If you're from New York, you're gonna like East Coast stuff. If you're from the West Coast, you're gonna like West Coast stuff. So it's regional. Unless you're really that dope, then they'll accept you. Yeah. But the fact that New York started it, they take things a lot more serious than anybody else.
You know what I used to hate though back then though? If you was from the South or Virginia or whatever, them niggas used to rap like New York rappers just to get accepted.
Look at this situation with Outkast.
They was the original though. They were original.
The original what?
They're original. They one who went on stage. They went on stage saying
the South got something to say.
Exactly.
Why? Because
they got booed.
When Aquemini came out, they got 5 mics on the Source on the Source magazine.
Yeah, they was the only one. Yeah,
they got 5 mics,
and they were competing against Jay-Z and all them at that time.
That album, they gave them 5. Was it 5 mics?
5 mics, homie.
And they got mad.
Yeah, they got mad.
No, y'all got it wrong.
It was 5 mics.
They got mad off the first album. That's when they got mad. When they first came out, they beat everybody.
Hold on, so that was the Southern Playalistic, the one that was on stage?
Yes, they got mad and they booed them.
That was no.
Yeah, because Salt and Pepper presented the award. Yeah. If you watch it, they were surprised. They opened the envelope, Outkast. They were shocked and they got booed. They got accepted. By the time Aquemini came out, New York loved them.
And
they had Raekwon on the album.
And that's when he came out and said,
the South got something to say.
Yeah.
I'm tired of all these folks doing this, doing that. Like we got a demo tape and nobody want to hear it because they got booed. And that was for Southern Playalistic. They beat everybody.
Damn, I thought
Best rock group.
I thought that was
Aquemini.
I really thought that when they got the 5 mics, okay, because what happened
hold on. They got 5 mics for Aquemini.
Yes. And what happened was that they started threatening to blow up the building, whatever building it was in, because they was having an interview, and that was an issue. So that was already happening.
And then they get 5 mics for Southern Playalistic. Remember, he even said on the song.
The Source wasn't out yet, I don't think, right?
Yeah, it was.
It was?
Yeah, he even said
it was out.
He said for Southern Playalistic, y'all owe me another mic.
Wait. Are you sure?
I'm positive. The song Raekwon, he said that.
When did the Source start it?
The Source been out a long time.
The Source been out for a minute, yeah. So
the Source came out in the late 80s.
They weren't putting Southern niggas in there, that's all. They weren't putting Southern artists in there.
They did put Southern artists in there.
No, in the beginning, that time they would. When they got booed?
At that time, I remember them having the Yo magazines.
Magazine, Fresh.
They had Southern artists in there. They did.
And I'm saying early hip hop, they didn't have Southern artists.
Yeah, UGK and they had Southern artists in there. Ghetto Boys.
I don't remember that one, bro. Unless it was a paid ad. You know what I'm saying?
They was in there.
Yeah, that was an issue.
Yeah.
That was a bad issue with accepting. But think about it, and I'm gonna tell you, man, Miami had it hard.
Pause.
I think no, man, we gonna speak it how it is, man. Miami it took years.
Yeah, well, Luke,
over 2 decades. If you ask me to get accepted,
we still didn't get accepted for that kind of music, Cisco.
No, even man, we had dope rappers, but you couldn't say the word Miami in your raps.
For real?
Yeah, because if
Booty
you say
shake. Booty shake.
Miami
bass music.
Yeah, like you could be a dope rapper, and you cannot use the word Miami. It's crazy.
Who you think changed that?
I would
Trick.
say Trick.
Trick.
Trick did.
Trick
That's the
Daddy.
thing.
I was gonna say JT Money, but
He was the seed, but Trick Daddy is the one who
just straight gangster.
that got accepted.
Yeah.
Right.
In different.
But Rick Ross took it to that next level.
Right.
I say Trick.
I
Remember,
think Trick started it a bit. I agree with Chief. Ross took it to another level.
Yeah,
Right?
he did.
When he came out, there was no, we can't let this nigga in because he's from the South.
So you gonna tell me that no one in New York
Listen to Trick.
I didn't say they didn't,
They
but they
did.
listened to more Ross than
It
Trick
was-
ever.
it was
I mean, here we
denying
go
him.
again, dog,
You
with the
know it's true.
comparing and how many numbers. Who
But
got more.
why you the one who's saying it?
No, but he still got accepted though.
No, he
No,
did.
he didn't.
He did. No, he did.
Trick Daddy got accepted, bro.
accepted.
Okay, take it to the house. You call it accepted? 'Cause that's my cousin called me like, "Oh, this is the guy you've been talking about." Take
And
it to the
then-
house.
But see, but here's the problem
and
with
then
people
got
too. That
accepted.
Take it to the house was the biggest record Trick got that went all around the country.
okay, now we're going with hit records now. Or we looking at?
I'm just saying to get accepted, bro.
So nobody accepted him in New York.
He got accepted and he got respected. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's it right
By
there.
who?
But I think New York artists.
All right,
he did.
name one New York nigga that featured him in the album.
It doesn't matter,
Oh
bro.
man, shit.
No, that's
So to
that-
get accepted, you have to have a feature with the
I
artist.
mean, you have to be in. That's what acception means. Who you talking about
Wait.
accepting? The fans?
Wait,
The fans too.
But how do you
But
know?
who you know them?
But how do you know he want to do a record with a New York artist?
That's
He probably did.
I'm sure Trick wouldn't want to.
Hey, shout out
Do we
Trick
know
To
that?
Daddy.
get big at that time, you had
We
to.
don't know that though.
Trick came out in '98, right? '99.
Yeah.
I mean,
Listen.
at that time, it would have been smart if a New York artist want to do a song with Trick. It would be smart for Trick to fly up there and do the track. I don't think it was on Trick's behalf. I think, man, that nigga's garbage. you know?
Yeah,
But we
but
can't say that that's what he wanted to do. We don't know that.
What I'm saying is that accepted is also the fans. It's the fans, man.
But I don't know his fans
You don't know
in
who.
New York. You see what I'm saying? The only thing I heard it was when Take It to the House got to New York. My cousin called me. He was like, "Yo, this is the nigga you were talking about."
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. What album is Take It to the House?
Well, what was it? Thug R Us, right?
Yeah.
Thug
Yeah,
Holiday. Which one was it? Thug? One of them.
That was after WW.
So
Thug.
it's either Thug
Nah, it
or
wasn't
Russell
right
Thug
after.
Holiday. It was one of those.
It wasn't right after. It was a little late.
So you're gonna tell me that he wasn't accepted at all?
Before that, the only song that probably got to New York was Nah Nigga. But
did.
that's it. That was at that time. That nigga was every record that he had after that was down here action. You know what I'm saying? And when they get back to New York, it was Take It to the House. You see what I'm saying?
But you're going by, again, it go by region. You're going by hit records.
But I
They
got
record-
to. That's
they-
the only way it's gonna reach these regions.
They may not listen to the whole album, but they listen to the hit records. But he didn't have no struggle. Like this is the thing. This
What
is-
I'm trying to
I gotta
say-
I gotta say this. Got be seeing a lot of crying on YouTube with southern artists like Gibb and Tip and these guys, and some of the stuff is not all the way true. It's like, again, it's regional. Them niggas ain't listening to Jay-Z and all these New York artists. It's regional. So it's like,
Yeah.
the South had it tough. But like we said, Trick planted the seed. Them niggas listened to Trick. And then when Ross came, it was no denying him.
Yeah, that's what I
It was
mean.
no denying Ross. To the point of Jay-Z signing him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, in T.I.P., he had no issues in New York. They accepted him.
Nah, T.I.P.
And he's talking like, oh, we had a problem. New York
Nah,
loved
he
Tip.
said, yeah, he got
Another one, Jeezy. New York accepted Jeezy off rip.
Yeah, but by
No
that
problem.
time, yeah, but by that time,
yeah, it was different.
The South was already accepted.
As far as Luke, look, New York invented hip hop. You coming from Rakim, Run DMC.
What I'm trying to say, all I'm just trying to say is like, you see when Trick drops an album, a lot of people run to the store and buy his album from here. I don't think that kind of movement or that kind of action happened in New York.
Of course it's not.
But they still accepted him though.
But
They
how
accepted
you
him.
get accepted if that's not going on?
Some people just don't buy it. It's like
Man.
it's a difference. It's a difference when I don't like a certain artist. Because to me, I just can't. But I can still accept an artist and not buy his record. It can happen.
I'll give you
It
another
could, but
artist.
I'm stating facts. I'm
I'll give you
stating
another
what
artist.
happened.
Juvenile.
They was laughing at Juvenile.
All of
first,
them. But look
at
what you
first.
With the hot record.
At first, but then
No, hold up.
when they kept
Hold up.
listening,
He got accepted because Jay-Z got on that record.
and guess what?
That's why.
He put himself on that record. Juvie and them didn't.
I know he put
That's
himself, but see,
when-
Jay-Z's different though. I
yeah,
gotta give
if,
it up to
if he likes
Jay-Z.
something, he gets on the remix and does it himself.
Jay-Z's different because he even did a song with UGK in the early times.
He liked UGK.
Yeah, so
likes
Jay-Z's
Scarface.
different. But you know who I respect the most? Because this is in the 90s when Big was still alive. I respect Mace because he put on his first album.
A-Boy, MJG.
First album, he put A-Boy
New
and
York
JG.
loves them.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. It's artists that New York like that a lot of people don't know. A lot of South artists.
So when did New York accept the outsiders?
when, like I said, the early 2000s, when around 50
Nah,
dropped, because UGK.
before that.
I mean,
Okay, so let's do something.
They like the Ghetto Boys.
But see, you see what I'm saying? You see, when they like somebody, they do a track with them. You was getting that from New York niggas at all. They would feature amongst themselves in that borough, in that city. You know what I'm saying? They feature amongst themselves.
When the Ghetto Boys, people in New York, were they bumping Ghetto Boys?
They like my mom playing tricks.
That's the only song.
That's the song.
But they're for themselves.
Yeah, but that's only one song. It's not like they're gonna say that's a hot group. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, it feel good to be a gangster.
Nah, that's
They're playing that
Scarface.
shit.
They was bumping that up there?
Yes.
Scarface.
They like Ghetto Boys.
They love Scarface.
They like the Ghetto. They like Scarface more, but when Ghetto Boys came out, they were playing that.
that one song, yeah.
So you're saying in the late 90s?
When the Gator Boys came out.
No.
Late.
When did New York, when you say New York accepted?
When everybody's seen Jay-Z do a song with Juvenile, basically.
I disagree with that.
So that's 98, right?
Yeah.
That was 98.
But 98 and
99.
Big Pimpin' and all that. That little era right there.
Big Pimpin' came after.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he's the one that, everybody follow him, Hove.
Why you gotta do all that shit?
Because the guy think he's a god. Everybody follow Hove, you know what I'm saying?
Who? What you said about God?
Even he said it one time that if he changed his shirts, if he made people start wearing throwbacks.
He's influential. Yeah.
He made people start wearing this. I never seen that movement here. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen people.
niggas do it.
Remember, man.
There's a lot of New York niggas here. That's why you see
I know
it.
people who-
and
But
you worked with a lot of them. That's why you say that. But you didn't see no
I see
Miami
niggas
niggas. If we were wearing throwbacks and Jay-Z said start wearing that, well, what the? Yeah, all right. Niggas still wore that shit out here. Nobody listen to Jay-Z like that. You think niggas in Liberty City say I'm gonna start wearing throwback because Jay-Z said
Hold
so?
on. Why don't they listen to him?
Who? I don't know
Jay-Z.
why. I don't know why.
He's not from here.
Hey, bro,
But
I know.
that's you say that.
Let me ask you a question.
It's not reasonable.
Do
based
you
on
know?
where from?
Do you know dudes here that didn't pump Biggie's music?
No, I don't know nobody that didn't pump Biggie music. Hey, Biggie was really that nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's solid music.
So you made my point. If your music is dope,
But
everybody
that's
listen
what
to
I'm
it.
saying. That's solid music.
I've heard people around in Carol City bump Jay-Z.
Who?
I have too.
People that I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I
Y'all
have
niggas,
too.
you know, you was a DJ, so you know people. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Wait. What me being a DJ?
Yeah, nothing
Because
to do
you
with
in that community, yo. You in that little circle. All y'all niggas gonna bump that shit.
No. Ain't all y'all niggas. Where I'm from, it wasn't that many DJs, except me and probably somebody else when they bring out the speakers. We're talking about people that listen to music.
Okay, there's people that listen to music, but I'm talking
Jay-Z,
about. Okay, that's cool because that's like people that love hip hop. But you know, the main people in the streets wasn't bumping that Jay-Z shit, dog. You know that shit.
Why is that?
Because that nigga didn't have that kind of vibe.
No.
That's
Man, you
not-
had Pac out here that had that kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
And they was bumping everything.
Scarface, Ice Cube, Pop, Biggie. Those are niggas that they were pumping in the streets for that hustling music. Jay-Z really had that, you know, that influence here, dog. He really did it, bro. I was out there with these niggas. They weren't playing no Jay-Z, dog. Heart line for us is a hurt. Girls. Come on, dog. You
The
really
females.
think niggas was bumping that
The
shit?
females was.
Whoa, bounce for me.
Dog, but there's females here.
I'm a hustler, baby. Bounce for me. Niggas was not bumping that here,
But
bro.
females was.
I'm talking facts. That niggas in the streets was not bumping Jay-Z like
so
that.
you say New York started playing Outsiders when in the 90s. That's what you say?
In the late 90s, early 2000s.
So you're blaming Jay-Z for
I'm
New
not
York
blaming.
For New York accepted Outsiders.
Yes, basically.
When you say they started accepting Outsiders, when? What you think?
When their radio changed, man, straight up.
The
radio changed.
Yeah, they started playing Southern music. That shit.
They had no choice at that point.
Exactly. So that's when they lost their sound. They lost
they had
everything.
a choice, but they decided to go with the South because the South started
winning. They had no choice.
Yeah.
So Cash Money did that.
I want to even say they did that. They might have started it.
Man, you're probably right.
They might have started.
Think about what he just said.
Cash Money.
So maybe Cash Money started that
back in 98, 99. Possibly.
Juvenile.
400 Degrees.
Mystical. Yeah, you're right, bro. I think that little squad there had something to do with it. Yeah.
So when the New York fumbled the ball,
I'm not gonna say they fumbled because they still have 50.
When the New York fumbled the ball and lost the sound, and they converted to the South.
The first sound that came from New York that sounded like us, I think, was French Montana.
Nah, it was before that.
It was before that.
Who before that sounded like us? French was the first one because 50 was a New York nigga.
But again, he sounded like he was from
the
South.
He had Southern dialects. But 50 don't sound like a nigga from
Remember the question. When the New York fumble?
I'm trying to tell you right there. It's with the French Montana era. It had to be like, because I don't know no other artists that.
So you forgot about Fat Joe with Make It Rain?
No, he still rap like a New York nigga.
Yeah, but he was changing the sound. He was transitioning from New York to Miami.
Yeah, Scott Storch.
I'm talking about no Scott Storch.
Scott made that track.
But he did both. He started to cater into the South, but he still made his lean backs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of a South record too, ain't it?
Yeah, lean back South.
Yeah, damn, okay.
He said, what you getting mad for? Switch to the South, switch up the South Paul. Yeah, that was dope.
So who we gonna blame? Shout out to Fat Joe, man.
Nah, he can't blame him.
Nah, you can't blame him.
And I don't mean to use.
He's so that nigga hits.
Wait. I don't mean to use the word blame. Like, please don't take it like that. And it's not negative. It's like, man, remember.
You know who I blame? I blame New York. It's their fault. You know why I say that? Because they try to go at each other all the time. Yeah. I think it's their fault. And that boy Fat Joe down here, he said, I got tired of going against other people trying to be the king. He said once he seen Dipset dissing Nas, he was like, all right, like I need to get out of here.
Yeah, it's too
that's
so
I think it's their fault.
But I'm talking about the sound. Y'all talking about some diss and shit. I'm talking about
well, you said it. I guess Fat Joe. I mean,
I would say Dipset. Dipset was making South records.
Nah, man. Those
they
beats
were. They were making. They got a song called Crumb Music. They started doing.
Who made their beats? Swiss? Because they sound like Swiss beats back then.
Remember, at that time already they had multiple producers on one album. So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think after
I don't like Dipset anyway. So.
I think after 50 got successful. After him,
that's why I said it's like after 50, and French was like that first artist from New York that sound like a Southern.
Oh, okay. So when did they have that Atlanta music with the Snap records?
Oh, that was early 2000s. I didn't like that though.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about what you like. What they like.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say they fumbled there.
03 maybe.
They didn't fumble there. Yeah, 03, 04. That shit was whack.
So who continued with the?
That was the phase, bro. Just like Crunk.
What was the name of that group?
D. Pharrell?
Mims.
He's from New York.
Yeah.
Mims. This is why I'm hot.
I remember Jermaine Dupri saying, "Oh, finally somebody from New York understand it." Man, he was a one-hit wonder.
So let me ask you, that was
trash.
But that was a Southern.
That's
a Southern record, right? So who continued after that?
French.
This before French.
Man, but
I know. But I'm just saying, nobody else. Who can you think of? French.
There's people before him.
So
all you gotta do is name them. But French is the biggest.
French is the biggest.
Yeah, they make that kind of music.
And look, and while French did it, what happened to French? Didn't he go to Atlanta at one point?
He was with Gucci at one point.
Right, then he go with Gucci and Deb and all, and Nicki was down there too.
Nicki was down there. They all had to come to the South at one point, just like niggas had to go to New York. Because you got to get the South to get accepted.
But by that time, you had to go to the South because
there was nowhere else.
New York was fighting each other.
What years was the snap music?
In like early 2003, 2002.
0203, something like that. Yeah.
And in 03, it was 50.
Yeah.
50 was still.
He was still dominating. Yeah.
He was like on his third album, right?
No.
First album, man.
He still was the first album.
Going on his second album.
Well, he came out in 03, right?
Yeah, his first album came in 03.
Yeah.
Okay, so the South. When did New York fumble the ball?
I just said
transitioning to the sound of the South.
I keep saying the same answer.
So who came after French Montana, New York?
I mean, CJ Whoopty, all these niggas after that. All these niggas, ASAP Rockies and shit like that.
Man, CJ Whoopty just came out the other day.
But those are his childs. ASAP Rocky, all them niggas after.
That was yesterday. I'm talking about
ASAP sounded. They sounded like niggas from Texas.
Still from the South.
Yeah, but it's South. It's Southern. It's Southern styles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's French Montana, bro.
Okay.
After 50, yeah, Fat Joe kept the little shit, whatever. But New York, 50 was the last nigga to sound like a New York nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Fat Joe was just keeping that Southern hype shit going. Because he was down here. He lived down here. He seen the shit. But the artist that took it that picked up that ball and said, this is what we're going to do in New York was French Montana.
Okay.
Just listen to his music from the beginning. Everything sounded Southern.
What you got to say?
I disagree. I can't think of no artist right now, but French came later.
From where?
By the time he did that, New York was already making Southern hip hop.
What year? What year French came?
You said French came out in 06. That what you say?
No, French came out at least.
Cause look, his first big hit was
11 or 10.
His first big hit, or I say the one that he sounded like he from the South. Ain't worried about nothing. Ain't worried about nothing.
The one he did with Walker. Man, French was down here. You remember? Nicki too.
Right, but by that time, New York was already making Southern songs.
Who?
I can't think of them.
No, you can't say that they was already doing it, and now you can't think. At least I'm giving you a timeline. You got to give me a timeline if you
like
really had that knowledge.
Because like you say, Lil Jon came out with crunk music, right?
Yeah.
Then you had the snap era.
Yeah. Nobody copied that.
And then
that shit was garbage, bro.
And then once Tip came in, and then once Jeezy came in, it was a wrap.
Yeah, you're right.
So doing
but
50, they ain't turned back since.
Well, who? Fat Joe was the only one from New York that was doing the Southern music.
So that's what they fumbled.
No, that's not what they fumbled. They fumbled. What I think they fumbled was when French took that. The French came out
when Fat Joe came out with the record "Make It Rain." That's a fumble because now French Montana is picking up the ball. I mean, it sounded like the South.
No, but you can't say that because then you can start off with Jay-Z. That Big Pimpin' didn't sound like a New York record. Dun dun dun. That's a Southern record.
But he couldn't.
We're talking about the sound.
Okay, the sound. It was a Southern record sound.
But he had UGK.
That's what I'm saying.
He couldn't make a New York record. He got a producer from the South, Timberland.
Yeah,
and he got Southern artists. He had to make a.
So if you want to say fumble because he did that, then start off with Jay-Z.
Yeah, but it took.
But when I say with fumble, when New York lost their sound, is when the artist French Montana started rapping like us.
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe what?
He says Fat Joe.
I say it's Fat Joe.
Did you listen to Fat Joe whole album when he did that record?
When the record came out to the world, Make It Rain. Yeah. That right there alone. It started a pandemic of exactly.
Okay, but UGK shit started pandemic too.
Yeah, but the people didn't really follow that sound, that particular type of record. That was just one record, but
I agree with
that. When Fat Joe seen Jay-Z did it, why you think he did it?
No,
that was years later.
No, that was years later.
That's what he said.
That's not a fumble.
When Fat Joe did it, he saw what everybody was doing in the club.
That was just that one record.
That Fat Joe did it because he moved down here, bro. That's all. That's when it happened.
Right. And where he's from?
He's from New York.
Thank you.
So he made his point.
Yeah, and
that's it.
But you think they fumbled there?
Yeah. When he drops the ball right there, your boy, picks it up and it continues.
No, but see, this is what I'm saying. Did you listen to Fat Joe album when he dropped those singles?
Yeah, but that's still a fumble.
No, you know why? Because the album still sounded New Yorkers.
Because another New York rapper came and continued that trend back to back.
When I say they lost the sound, it's when one of their artists just didn't do no New York records at all, and all their records.
But didn't you just say that French Montana is the one?
Yes, that's who I'm talking about.
So they fumbled the ball. He's from New York.
Yeah, dead.
And it continued.
Not with Fat Joe though.
Fat Joe is the one who had the ball. He dropped it.
Fat Joe threw the ball. French Montana catched it and took off with it. That's all that happened, bro. Fat Joe just threw the ball. But Jay-Z threw the ball. Mace threw the ball. Fat Joe threw the ball. And that's it. But French Montana caught the shit and took off with it.
Fucking goddamn thing.
No, because if you listen to the albums, my bad, Rel, hold on. If you listen to the album, okay, Make It Rain. But if you listen to that album, he still had New York vibes in there. Now, hold on. When you fumble, it's when Fresh did. I'm not playing that New York shit in none of my shit. I want everything to sound Southern. What do you mean no, bro?
No.
Shot Caller wasn't a Southern record.
What song? Shot Caller? Nah, that was a bad boy. That was Puffy that did that.
My brother, listen.
But it didn't work for him. Did it work?
My brother.
He got signed after that song.
Yeah, but did it work?
But that wasn't a South record.
Did it blow up?
Hell yeah.
No, that shit didn't blow up, bro.
They got him signed. That was his first big hit.
Dog, Birthday got Flo Rida signed. And did that shit reach all the way to New York? No.
Listen to me. Listen. We talking. Let's go back to the fumble.
Yeah.
Fat
Rick
Joe.
Ross on the remix. Go ahead.
Hey, man, come on, man. Fat Joe fumbled that ball.
But he already was signed when he got on the remix. Anyway.
That's the fumble right there. Put it this way, that shit got intercepted. Hey, man, listen, man.
Listen, what y'all got in common, they both from the Bronx. There you go.
They're from New York, and that's where it started.
You say Fat Joe.
There you go.
Hey, they from the Bronx. There you go.
Hey, man, for everybody that's watching, keep in mind, we having fun. This is, a friendly debate. We have facts, and then we have opinions, around the facts. And I want to shout out everybody for, showing love, watching the show. We got DJ RELL.
RELL Boogie.
Yo.
We got my boy right here, Chief Eli.
Who?
Say what's up to Bassy, too.
Oh, shit.
You want to know what's in here, but you won't find out.
And y'all know who I am.
You already know. We out.